Michael, I received new orders from HQ. We're to travel to 3 distinct locations in an arbitrary order, and shoot everybody we see who isn't dressed all in white.
Arr! 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 It's about time. We've been stuck on breakfast duty for weeks. I'm gonna shoot every bad guy in the world.
That's it, bud. Just bring it over here beside the one with Virtua written on the side. Twice. For no reason. This gun sure seems like a gun. Yes, it does. I knew we could trust Friend Electronics Inc. Uh-oh.
Don't move! This is the police! 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 Don't move! This is the police!
We have the building surrounded! We have the building surrounded! We have the building surrounded!
Shut your yap or I'll shoot the air over your head!
We're moving out.
Affirmative. However, do not forget our orders to spare the men in white. We will recognize them by their desperate, helpless cries and their natural tendency to throw themselves directly in front of our guns and flail their arms around. Don't forget we'll be using our code names from now on. Mine is Smarty.
Arrgh! I thought your code name was James Cools.
No, that's my real name.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, my code name's Rage. My real name's Michael Hardy.
I know that.
Officers on the case!
Yes, that's right. Officers on the case. It just occurred to me the chief did not state what the case actually is.
It's gotta be Evil Corporation.
Come on, Michael. What makes you think it would be Evil Corporation?
Because those guys are behind every single case we ever investigate.
Hardy, Evil Corporation have improved their portfolio considerably in recent weeks. They even announced that they intend to leverage their core competencies to ensure future corporate growth.
The only leverage they're going to be experiencing is my gun shooting them all down!
You're a good cop, Hardy, but I do not understand your constant suspicion of Evil Corporation.
Man, I'm disappointed, Cools. I was really hoping we'd get to wheel out the Virtua car for this case.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, Rage. I must say, though, I'm really impressed by the Evil Corporation employees' space management, because whenever we get into these car chases, they cram themselves into the cars like nobody's business. I don't know how they all managed to fit in there.
There was one time I saw him pilot into one of those cars. They crawl in there and stack on top of each other at the back seat.
Sounds uncomfortable. One thing's for sure, Rage. They are truly committed to evil.
Terrible, Cools. This is why you shouldn't tell jokes. Die! Da! 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 Da!
Evil Corporation.
See, I told you!
It appears Evil Corporation. Unless it's just... No, what am I saying? Nobody else wears suits but them.
Face the guns of justice!
Rage, you have shot an innocent civilian who was here for no obvious reason. That is not acceptable behavior for a police officer.
Huh? What? Oh, sorry.
Only shoot people with the circles around them.
Yeah, I know.
It's because of your trigger happiness that they had us wear these shooting circle projectors at the Virtua City Police Department. VCPD for short.
Yeah, you're right. I'll be more conservative from now on.
Rage.
What?
Never mind. Perhaps we should be thankful that the Evil Corporation commits every crime in existence.
Yeah, those two-bit tweezers need shooting. Everywhere they come.
I suppose so. But also it is very considerate of them that although they cram themselves by the bucket load behind every crate and wall wherever we go, they only ever come out one at a time.
That is weird. Hey, you dweebs! I know there's 6 of you behind that barrel over there. Why don't you show yourselves?
Oh, golly gosh, guys, they're onto us.
I often wonder where some of them were even hiding, such as these men on rooftops. Did they just jump out of the building itself? Where were they hiding?
You wasted your time getting all the way up there, pal. Taken out in one shot. Eat it! Die!
Rage, how's your wife's back?
It's getting a bit better, but it's still sore. Man, I so wish I'd been there to shoot down those muggers. I'd have blown them away before they could count to 4.
I appreciate the sentiment, Rage, but I'm worried you would have accidentally shot your wife instead.
Cools, how dare you? What are you trying to say? I can't keep my cool under pressure?
Rage, I know the whole Virtua City Police Department has been avoiding this subject for the last 23 years, but you have a disconcerting habit of shooting every single innocent person that comes into your line of fire.
I don't know what you're talking about, Cools. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I get it. My trigger finger slips every once in a while, but
Rage, literally every single person we encounter dressed in white, which is the universal sign that someone is innocent. You blow their socks off.
yeah, well, maybe if they didn't jump out in front of me waving their arms and shouting, "Somebody help me," that wouldn't happen so much.
Rage, this is going to come as a devastating shock, but when people shout, "Somebody help me," it usually means they don't want you to shoot them in the face.
Look, Cools, I don't need to take this criticism. Someone stole all the bobble fobblies in the office biscuit tin this morning.
1 second, Rage.
Cools, what are you doing? What's this?
Something's decalibrated the telegrammatic radical prepositioning matrix in my virtual headgear. I just need to adjust it on the Conic Sans option screen. If I can recall what the option is.
These visors are more trouble than they're worth. We should go back to just shooting stuff without these fancy circles.
But Rage, if we do that, we won't know which one's going to shoot first.
Oh, la-di-da, Cools. Why did they think we needed these things? Seriously, it's really quite a strange idea when you think about it. Virtua Cop's pretty much the first game of its kind, isn't it? I think it might be the first on-rails first-person shooter. And it's also the only series in that genre that ever felt the need to put these massive targets on all the enemies that counted down with colors and arrows to show you how close they are to shooting you. It's weird. Like, they put so much extra thought into the first entry in the genre that then everything else just backpedal from. Someone stole all the bobble fobblies in the office biscuit tin this morning. I'm not in a good mood today.
I don't know who did that.
What's that you've got in your pocket, Cools?
Nothing. There's nothing in that pocket.
'Cause unless my eyes are deceiving me, it looks suspiciously like a bunch of suspiciously biscuit-shaped objects. Cools, you're making me want to shoot you now!
Oh, now kill that thought right there, Mage. The VCPD will tolerate you gunning down every single civilian you see, but shooting a police officer is a very serious offense. You'd be off the force for sure. I spent a lot of time in the training room, unlike you, Rage, and I've learned some interesting things. Did you know if we shoot both that grenade and that man at the same time and in a single shot, we can get over 100% accuracy? Our VCPD radar rings count the grenade as its own target. I shudder to imagine if the grenade stopped being counted towards our accuracy. I would not do so well on my annual salary review. It would be terrible if they altered our equipment to do that in our next case, but that would never happen. Status report. Case is going well. We've gunned down over 100 evil men. Only shot a few hostages.
Oh gosh, diddly darn it! It's the cops! Quick, guys, hide the friend electronics boxes! It's going to be a bit difficult, Clarence. The whole warehouse is full of them. Oh, gee, Whittly Illicos, you're right.
Shotgun! I can blast them even harder with this!
Yes, although I personally don't understand the point of this thing. It only fires 6 shots, just like the normal gun, and everything only takes 1 hit to go down, so what's the point? This weapon is completely redundant.
It makes a different noise. Smarty! They're hoarding friend electronics in here!
So, that's the plan. To buy in friend electronics. A truly fiendish plot. We must have been sent here to shoot everybody wearing a suit and tie. That's about it.
That's all I need. Evil Corporation going down! We're the Virtua Cops, we back the grind those evils. Headcount drops when we don our dogs. We suck lollipops when we're on duty. Baby Bob's cutie.
We are on a vaguely defined mission. Don't know why the chief never filled us in. Mage, would you stop shooting the hostages?
Hey, I would if they'd pay their mortgages.
We're a man with suits and tries to cost us. We'll shoot outside of the screen to reload. Then we'll take them out cause we're the hot first. Whatever on earth that even means to. But don't ask us to take through the road yet, cause the budget wasn't big enough yet. In the sequel is when we will drive cars, dress in women's clothing and hang around in bars.
It's you! I might have guessed.
I don't know how you would have guessed. Seriously, what were they even doing against the law here?
Lady Bo, don't we? I'll take care of you myself.
Sir, could you please repeat that? I didn't understand a word of that first part.
Alright, I said, bida-bo-ba-wee.
No, still didn't get it.
Bida-bo-ba-wee. Bida-bo-ba-wee. Come on, Smarty, he said bida-bo-ba-wee.
No, I don't understand, Rage. Bida-bo-ba-wee doesn't mean anything. I want to understand what he's saying.
Hey, Cools, make sure to shoot all those rockets down.
Sorry, Rage, but now I literally can't hear a word you're saying over the overly loud rocket sound effects.
Cools, he's gonna pull a gun on us!
Rage, no need to be so suspicious. Just because he clearly still has health left doesn't mean anything. Wait, Cog? His name's Cog?
Dead! 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 You're down! Eat dust!
Oh no, that helicopter's getting away. Which means something.
Bida-bo-ba-wee.
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 No, hang on, before we move on. Sir, could I please ask you to say that sentence again? Slowly.
Bida-bo-ba-wee.
No, forget it. Case closed. Whatever the case even was. I still don't really know.
To stop the illegal smuggling of friend electronics.
Oh, well, okay, I guess that really was the crime here. Fine. On to the next case. What shall we choose next?
The construction site!
Good choice.
We're the Virtua Cops, and we're gonna cause some rough, some guys with the claws. You're all mix and shine, so you might have been if we didn't shoot you first.
Tell me, Smarty, why is your gun sight pink?
Do you have a problem with thickness, Rage?
Yeah, mine's blue, you should throw yours in the sink.
This time not, baby, who you should accurate.
Shoot outside of the sweet reload dogs. 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 Virtua Cop, Virtua Cop,
which is probably more likely than Mario 1 on the Stop. Jumping Knights in, or House of the Dead, or Alex Kid, or Vector-Man, or Rystar, or Shinobi, or basically any Sega character that ever existed. Pretty much all gone now. It's just Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm not even sure if he still exists anymore. I believe he now wears bandages and has blue arms. As I understand, this is highly offensive. I myself personally detain someone for the actions of this transgression. It's a shameful thing that Sega didn't consider ramifications of their actions. Besides,
those heartless, the evil corporation, using cranes!
Sir, were you hiding in that crate just waiting for us to come along so you could finally burst out and attempt to hit us at close range with an axe? How could you even tell it was us and not one of the other 5,000 men shooting guns around here?
He could hear my rage!
That makes as much sense as anything.
We're the Virtua Cops, we quack, 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 I would, I
duty. We are on a beat. Most evil's head counts hostages, shooting the pay. Hot first, whatever's cute. Baby, booty, bottle on earth that even needs to be sucked. Lollipops when we run this screen to reload. They'll shoot outside of the suits and shies, and we'll take them out, cause we're the dog drops when we don't our egg-ling divine mission. Don't swear, man, they'll know why the chief never cost us. We will, but don't ask us to the savage when you stop.
What's that yellow pile even supposed to be? Look at that thing. My bullets don't even flinch it.
Who knows what it is? Our visors appear to be unable to interpret it, which would explain why it looks like a smirch of blocky pixels. I feel like discussing my cop training more. Now I know what that yellow bar on the top left of our visors means. It's the score multiplier. If we keep shooting without getting shot ourselves, it goes up. When the yellow bar gets to the far right, the X5 there becomes an X6, and it keeps going up when we fill the bar. Shooting a hostage lowers it, which would explain Rage why it's so low.
What? You guys literally appeared out of nowhere. Come on, I saw that.
The evil corporation must be employing mages now.
I knew it! Even more reason to take them down!
Yes, so on the note of reasons for taking them down, again, what were they doing here in the first place? Are the evil corporation even doing anything wrong? We seem to be more a danger to these hostages than them. If you didn't shoot them, Rage, the evil men would just let them run away. We're the Virtua Cops. Rage, don't even bother trying to preserve your dignity after that.
Alright. Where's all the women around here? Talk about sexist. The evil corporation employs nothing but men in black suits.
That's not true, Rage. They also have some men in brown coats, and white undershirts, and men wearing gas masks, and sleeveless black shirt men with axes. Only ever with the axes. Your marksmanship is improving, Rage, I've noticed.
Huh? It is?
Pository. Over the course of this case, you have been slaughtering fewer and fewer men in white, and you are less trigger-happy.
Hey, what do you know? I guess I learned not to let my anger get the better of me.
That's great. One must always stay on top of their emotions in the police. Nothing but the facts. Just the facts, ma'am. Although I have it on record that such a statement has never been uttered in the VCPD or indeed any other fictional police department. Contrary to popular belief.
Where are we supposed to go?
I don't know. Just follow what the visors tell us and keep walking into this building.
Ever get the feeling like we're just on a roller coaster we can't control? Going down a fixed path at the whim of some programming routine?
Well, that's what it does tend to feel like with these visors. I suppose that would be a good thing, considering we have been given absolutely no briefing on what we're investigating.
I guess we're investigating a bunch of boxes and barrels.
I'm sad to say you're probably right. I understand, Rage, according to City Hall statistics, that the population of Virtua City has reduced by 96% over the last 23 years.
Man, everyone wants out of this place. Can't blame them with all this crime.
No, Rage. The more widely accepted theory is that it's because you've shot them all.
What? Who's saying that?
Everyone. Every single person.
What a bunch of jerks. Maybe if these idiots would stop wearing white, I wouldn't keep shooting them. I just can't stand white. Every time I see anything white, I have to shoot it.
So that's where this comes from. In that case, Rage, here's some advice. Try not doing that.
Oh, cool. I never thought of that. I get it. Whenever I feel like shooting something white, I just have to not do it. I've learned that to do the right thing sometimes means you have to act against your own instincts, which can be hard, and it can even feel like there's no way you can do it. But if you just try, you might just be amazed what you can do.
That's the spirit, Rage. It's often an illusion when you feel you are incapable of overcoming something. Your brain is afraid to change from what it's used to. And when you even think for a moment about trying to change, it assaults you with doubts and rationalizations about how it's impossible. But if you stare those thoughts and feelings down and do it anyway, in the face of the cold, clammy voice of what presents itself as reason, then you can accomplish great things.
Yeah!
Excellent. I'll convert this discussion into an inspirational poster and put it up in the VCPD coffee room, where nobody will ever read it.
Yo, Benson, why do we have to wear gas masks? We just do.
Cools, you won the Tiddlywinks Championship belt yet?
No.
You totally got what it takes, Cools. Nobody is passionate about police Tiddlywinks than you.
Thanks, Rage. Now you mention it, I've been getting lazy with practice. If I want to become the greatest Tiddlywinks player in the VCPD, I must maintain a rigorous training regimen. I'm concerned I may have been spending too much of my time training in the firing range or studying up on law enforcement methods. I should have been playing Tiddlywinks instead.
No, Cools.
What?
You've got nothing to be ashamed of. Because although Tiddlywinks is extremely important, upholding the law and being a policeman is also extremely important. In fact, maybe even more important. I know I'm a bit of a hothead, and I admire your Cools. You don't have to change yourself for Tiddlywinks.
Thanks, Rage. Sometimes I feel like the work I'm doing isn't good enough, and I should be doing something else. But such feelings are natural, and come to us all when we find ourselves in a stable situation. But you don't need to be gripped by these feelings. Sometimes it really is okay to keep doing what you're doing when you could be doing something else that feels better. It's okay to accept what you already have in the face of what you could have.
Well, hey, we both just happened to learn lessons today.
Yes, you're right, we did, didn't we? It just goes to show, there's never a dull day in the Virtua City Police Department. Especially with you around, Rage.
Rage. The final mission, of course. Why didn't you think of this before, Cools?
Smarty.
The Evil Corporation headquarters. You see, I told you. We really should have tried this place earlier.
Good point, well made, Rage. I admit, I didn't want to believe the Evil Corporation was behind this.
I bring up the idea to come here with the chief every single time any kind of crime is committed anywhere in Virtua City. But he never listens. And it always turns out to be Evil Corporation.
We're the Virtua Cop!
Good work, Rage. Smarty reporting in. Several hundred of the Evil Corporation down.
Do these guys have to go on a recruiting drive after we go on one of these missions?
I understand they put their adverts in the papers. I have a sample here from our previous case. I shall read it out while we shoot people. Wanted. Generic man in black suit, brown jacket, sleeveless white shirt, or gas mask. Competitive salary. Great benefits. Work for a progressive organization that truly values its employees. The role will involve at least one of the following. 1. Stepping out from behind a wall. 2. Rising from a crouched position behind a crate, barrel, cardboard box, or similar. 3. Bursting out of a crate, barrel, cardboard box, or similar, and proceeding to swing an axe at policemen who are hopefully standing in front of you at the time. 4. Inexplicably appearing out of thin air on a rooftop, or while running forwards on an open field. Great benefits, including childcare vouchers, gym membership discounts, and medical insurance. The successful candidate will be passionate about pausing needlessly for several seconds before attempting to shoot policemen. If you think you have the exceptional talent and resolve to fulfill this role, please come to the Evil Corporation headquarters building on Evil Street, Evilville. This is an exciting opportunity to expand your resume, or at the very least, your local graveyard. Please note, we also accept gullible men dressed entirely in white.
Some ad. But if their salary's so competitive, why don't they reveal what it is?
That's just how companies work, Rage. They can't go about actually telling their candidates how much they get paid for the job.
Why not?
Because that's just how it goes.
Holy smeens! Next you'll be telling me most job ads don't even tell their candidates what the company is before they apply.
Although regarding the salary, I'd imagine they don't reveal it because the recruit's probably only going to survive for half a second on the job before we shoot them. Unless they're one of the rare exceptions who can unexplainably withstand 20 or more bullets. Like that Bidabobabwee guy.
Hey, what's this? Those are women!
They are, and more than that, they're not wearing white!
What is this madness? Hey, you! Get a white dress on right now!
Please, officers, don't shoot me! I swear my white dress just got shrunk in the wash!
No excuse!
Yes, my partner's rage has justified that. Hostages must always wear white, male or female.
This really is their HQ. It even has one of those stupid office car parking barriers. I hate those things. What's the point? Are they so afraid someone might make some use of free car parking? Just give the common man a break, society. Is it so hard to just do something nice for people? Without financial compensation?
Rage, your attitude is unbefitting a policeman, and this isn't even factoring in your predilection for shooting every single square inch of the vicinity at all times.
People like the Evil Corporation only understand one thing, Smarty. Guns!
The Evil Corporation, perhaps you should have utilized your own parking facilities instead of breaking through your own office wall with a van. You will now have to have those windows repaired.
Nah, Smarty. Probably they tried to get into the parking lot, but the stupid barrier broke down and wouldn't open. Or it was the van driver's first day on the job and the company never bothered to get them a parking pass prepared. They'll have one in another 2 months or something pathetic like that. At the same time as the company get them a pass to enter their own office. The same office they have to swipe a pass to leave as well as enter. What on earth's with that? What's the point of having to scan a security card to leave your office? What? Why? Why? Is it to trap thieves inside? The same thieves that already managed to get past the card scanner to get into the office in the first place? I bet that truck driver didn't even get told what to do. They just said, "Thanks for joining us at the Evil Corporation. Come to work on Monday." He showed up, nobody was there to greet him or even tell him which of the 50 office buildings was his, let alone who the person was he'd been given the name for. Or maybe he'd been told to meet someone in a completely separate office from the one he's supposed to be in. He came in, he saw nobody there, and he thought to himself,
I'll just drive through the window here.
And still nobody was there. Just a couple of policemen shooting men in black suits. What do you think he's making of this now? Probably he's gone and sat down at a random desk up the stairs from him. Just awkwardly sitting there while trying to look like he fits in. Which he doesn't. You're fooling no one, truck driver. You're not a real person. You're some schmuck sitting there pretending to look like a person hired to work in an environment you never believed you'd end up in, to do a job you never wanted to have as part of a life you never asked for. And I mean, you're dressed like one of them, but come on, you're not one of them, are you? That's right, you're not. And you never will be.
Yes, Rage. That's nice. Have you finally gotten all of your namesake out of your system?
Whoa, I never realized before. All my pent-up anger and frustration was because of my first day on the force. Well, those days are over now. Even though I was treated like garbage, these things happen. Just because the complex systems lose track of things and lose sight of themselves and the things they should be striving for, doesn't mean they don't have heart. And it doesn't mean they aren't worth fighting for. I believe in the Virtua Cop Police Department for all of their three-figure salaries and questionable car parking facilities. And I believe in fighting evil, and so I'll represent the VCPD and take down the Evil Corporation wherever they show their ugly mugs.
That's the spirit, Hardy. But I'm still not convinced evil are behind this.
Even when we're gunning them down by the literal truckload in their own office building?
Oh, I forgot we were in their office. Yeah, I guess it is them.
These visors are treating us like chumps! I feel like shooting the people that made them, right after I shoot the stupid things themselves!
Easy, Rage. It's all part of the data collection. When we have finished our mission here, the Virtua Cop Police Department research team will have a recording of everything we did. Then they'll set up bulky, oversized machines in seedy, smoky seaside entertainment buildings, where all the potential recruits can train to be cops themselves, for a nominal fee.
Yeah. So stupid, makes me so mad.
You know, all the evil corporation would need to do to take us out would be to send a few hundred of these men in suits to intercept us on the way home, and just all stand in front of us and try to shoot us at the same time.
Yeah, but they're idiots, so they never do. Instead, they get pumped full of gun. My gun. 8 gun seeds. Take a bullet sandwich. Have a firearm fish meal.
One thing must be said for the evil corporation. They have class. Nice fountain.
8 guns, Fountain! Yeah!
You have no taste in art, Rage.
You want me to shoot you next, Cools?
Smarty.
Whatever. Oh. Chief! You're the boss of the evil corporation?
But now, you'll regret being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
But now? Shut up! You don't start a conversation by saying but now.
Agreed. Let's take him out, Hardy. I mean, Rage.
So the VCPD police chief was actually the boss of Evil Corporation all along! Yeah, I'm the chief of VCPD, and you losers fell for it. I'll end your lives myself, you jerk-ops. Someone's stealing a tank! Arvich, stop that tank! There's no way he could have made it out of that fire. How do we know? It could be him. Step on it. We can't take chances. Get that car. Hey, they're the spies! Stop! How did you get in here? Believe me, it was not without difficulty. I'll go further. With difficulty or not, here we are.
What are you idiots talking about?
I'm the boss of Evil's rival, Good Corporation.
Good Corporation? I never thought you'd stoop so low. Trying to stop the police bringing evil to justice?
Monopolies are bad for business.
This chopper is all I need. I'm through with you two. Now you meet your maker.
Wait, meter maker? Sega? I've got a bone to pick with them. What happened to our series, huh? We're nobodies. It's all Sega's fault. I'll shoot them to pieces if I ever get my sights on 'em.
Series? What? What are you talking about, Rage?
Nothing. Oh no! Smarty!
I'm out of Virtua credits. It's all up to you, Rage. You can do it.
Leave it to me. Leave it to the police!
I'm going to leverage Good's core values by repositioning Evil for a full disclosure, town rebaseline, future growth, mass redundance, organizational restructuring, skills matrix, people first, challenging marketplace.
Core values, competencies, annual performance reviews, value of employees, ethics and integrity, I'd say your case is closed!
Excellent work, Rage. I think you might just have earned your $2 pay rise with this.
Yeah! After 10 years!
I thought by posing as the chief of police and sending you goofballs on wild goose chase missions where my men were lying in ambush, I could take down the VCPD once and for all. My master plan was flawless. And I would have gotten away with it too if it hadn't been for you meddling Virtua Cops and that dog.
Hey, she doesn't show up till the sequel.
Just you wait, Rage. I'll be back. Next financial year, when our accountants brush all this off as a tax relief, and Donald Trump bails us out. Or Ron Paul, whatever, the joke is politics. Evil Corporation will rise again.
And we'll be right there to leverage your core competencies. Like Wile E. Coyote leveraging a ridiculous rock catapult trap and causing the rock to fall directly on his own head.
Wait, I think you messed that up, Cools. You're saying that we'd be the ones getting smashed by the rock if we were doing the leveraging.
Oh, you're right. Well, then we're the Roadrunner.
You'll be hearing from my overpaid lawyers. Another case closed, eh, Cools?
Yes, but our Virtua Cop's work is never done.
Well, except we've only had 3 games in 2 decades.
True. Well, back to breakfast duty for another 10 years then.
Yep. Dibs on the Virtua pancakes.
Oh, Rage, you know I like the Virtua pancakes.
We're the Virtua Cops, we back the grind those evils. Head count drops when we don our dogs. We suck lollipops when we're on duty. Baby Bob's cutie. We are on a vaguely defined mission. Don't know why the chief never filled us in.
Rage, would you stop shooting the hostages?
Hey, I would if they'd pay their mortgages. We're men with suits and ties across us. We'll shoot outside of the screen to reload. Then we'll take them out cause we're the hot first. Whatever on earth that even means toad. But don't ask us to take to the road yet, cause the budget wasn't big enough yet. In the sequel is when we will drive cars, dress in women's clothing and hang around in bars. We're the Virtua Cops and we're gonna cause more rough. Some guys with the claws. You're all mix and shine, so you might have been if we didn't shoot you first. Tell me, smarty, why is your gun sight pink?
Do you have a problem with thickness, Rage?
Yeah, mine's blue, you should throw yours in the sink.
This time not, baby, who you should accurate.
Shoot outside of this, we do below dogs. Shoot outside of this, we do below dogs. Shoot outside of this, we do below dogs. Outside of this, we do below dogs. Virtua Cop, Virtua Cop crossover,
Which is probably more likely than Mario 1 on the stage. When the night's end, or House of the Dead, or Heaven's Kid, or Vector Man, or Rystar, or Shinobi, or basically any Sega character that ever existed. Pretty much all gone now. It's just Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm not even sure if he still exists anymore. I believe he now wears bandages and has blue arms. As I understand, this is highly offensive. I myself wish to detain someone for the actions of this transgression penalty. It's a shameful thing that Sega didn't consider the ramifications of their actions. His responsibility. But we're on foot all the way. But we're on foot all
but we're on foot all the way.
What I've learned from this commentary series is that I don't know how to pronounce the word foot, apparently, in American. Foot. That's how I'd say it in Scottish, foot. But how do you twerps say foot?
But we're on foot. We're on foot all the way. We're on foot. We're on foot. We're on foot. But we're on foot all the way. But we're on foot all the way.
Every way I pronounce it doesn't sound slightly off. Oh well. I lost 20 minutes worth of recording about talking about Barney the Dinosaur, Caillou, Jurassic Park, and commentating over a 2-minute segment on YouTube of Barney where Baby Bop walks around with a balloon asking children to play with her, and none of them will play, and then she breaks down and has a ball like Caillou himself. But then one of the dinosaurs says, just you blow this whistle here, and every time you blow it, we'll come rushing to play with you. And I exploded at that in a most amusing fashion about saying that that didn't make any sense. Because she just got it. Why did they just suddenly want to play with her now because she blows a whistle? Because they refused to. She asked them all before to play with her, and they said no. Now suddenly she blows a whistle, and they all want to play with her. That doesn't make any sense at all. Is that what's the message there? Because real children aren't going to suddenly want to play with you because you blow a whistle at them. And then I made a comment about how adults really were correct in hating Barney, and relating to another rather, perhaps just as well that segment got cut, because I went into a very, perhaps a slightly unfamily-friendly tangent about what Barney said about a stranger being a friend you haven't met yet. It's probably just as well that got cut. Although, really, I'm like an idiot. I'm not going to cut the equally dodgy discussion in the Lost Legend episode 1, which is even worse than that. No, that's going to just stay as it is. Alright, back to Virtua Cop then.
Scene 1? Do they think this is a Shakespeare play? First they make Sonic have acts, now we've got scenes. What's with these guys? Do they think they're making fine art or something?
What? Sonic? Acts? What? Acts? What are you talking about, Rage?
Never mind. Rage is my name. Rage.
I'd better not messed up these names. I did check to see what the names of the characters are, the canon names of the Virtua Cops. I'd better not have messed them up though. But as if I'm going to get assaulted for this or something on the street in Scotland. Get a fat chance. Okay. Man. Maybe I'll do a Virtua Cop 2 commentary one day. That'd be a laugh. But no, I've got other plans for Rage and Smarty. You'll see what they are. Let's go back to recording Virtua Quope. Virtua Quope. Virtua Quope. Virtua Quope. Virtua Quope. Virtua Quope. Guardian of Virtua City. I like the way he says city. City. From my vague memory of it again. Having not bothered to check the actual thing again for the last 20 years to see if that's how he says it. Okay.
Bidaboo-ba-wee. 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 Die! It appears Evil Corporation are behind this after all. Whatever this is. Bidaboo! Bidaboo-ba-wee! 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 Bidaboo! Bidaboo-ba-wee! Bidaboo-ba-wee!
Oh, come on. Breakfast duty. Breakfast duty again. Yo, Josh, the flat screen radiator. This voice is in no way, shape, or form the male version of Grace. Why would you think that?
If Grace even exists yet.
And the helicopter came here, which again means something, considering that again we were given the choice of taking these 3 missions in any order.